Gentlemen, your second match here at Spring Groups 2024. It's NAVI taking on Complexity. It will be the T-side start for the North Americans here. It's their map pick, and they've got a single smoke and a flashbang. You'd assume a P250, yes indeed, in the hands of Elige. And, well, he's made it known very early on that he's here to frag.
Yeah, they hardly get out of spawn before he's found a headshot. That's the start that you were looking for. Emma knocked out cold at the beginning of this one. Double setup towards the connector, though, with the dualies as well. Could be very hard to fight. I mean, you have to get a little bit close in here. You could see Grim hiding in the corner. JL slowly but surely trying to get close, but he was in range of the Glock instead, and now he's going to be dead. So 3 versus 5, and a very, very measured approach. That's also the defuse kit, I think, down on the ground. So a couple of mishaps here for NAVI all around.
Round's not over just yet, though. Wonderful could provide some assistance, but it's Elige with his second frag, now down to bits. The Julie's a perfect weapon for the job, but unable to capitalize upon it. 5 versus 1, very clean start here for Complexity. Smoke goes down as well for good measure. They're not rushing anything here. Not going to take anything for granted, as they will complete the clean streak. As it is going to be all 5 players surviving there. It's Elige to open things up, get himself a couple of frags of that P250, and didn't even really have to execute a strategy. The kills just came towards them, and piece by piece, they win the round. It's how it all started, though. An ambitious Imma gets his clock cleaned very early on there, and it's Elige that continues to dominate with his P250. 3 in total, as yeah, it's Complexity running away with the T-side pistol on a single frag garnered on the CT side, leads them to a full eco in round number 2.
Yeah, but a good mix, I would say, for Complexity. Aggression when they needed to be aggressive. They slowed down the game when they needed to.
Yeah.
Just, you know, everything that you'd really like to see.
That's a beautiful thing. Surely nothing to be said about this round, but in CS2, there is something about these full USP rounds that always makes it a little bit more problematic than we anticipate.
I like the setup. I wish they had a flashbang to kind of initiate this fight with on the CT side, but they are in a position where they could get, you know, if the fight lasts a couple of seconds more, the flank could be coming in from long, although I think that's being held. Yeah, Holzerk ready. They know that JL is out here, so it's just a question of time, and they didn't really do almost any damage at all. So, great work.
Very good work. Smiles all round. They are yet to drop a kill. That's another clean sweep, Anders. So, 2 rounds in. No one dropped so far on the Complexity side, but that full eco suggests they'll be buying up in the 3rd round here. There'll be a basic buy with M4s, maybe an SMG in the mix for utility. Yeah, opting for the FAMAS instead. That'll be Bit and Alexi B. 3 M4A1Ss otherwise. So, important round here. Not really so much of a bonus situation, but there are Galils in the mix here for Complexity, and there's no helmets really in sight at all, so those Galils are extra potent. Very difficult round for NAVI to try and pick up here.
Elige is already out hunting. He's already looking for something. Just walking the whole way. Finally a flashbang throwing, but that's... He gets quite close to the action before anyone even knows that he was going to be there. I think he walked with the smoke as well, so... Could have been a deadly move if anyone had been on the other side ready to receive. The CT's quite far back. 3 of them at the B-bomb site. And 2 of them hanging out at A. No real control of the restrooms either for NAVI. Oh, what a way to open up Grim. Headshot from the Galil to take down JL.
Yeah, a lack of helmet.
Yeah.
You can see it being a problem already. That one not so much of an issue. That's just a clean headshot from Elige with the AK-47. 5 versus 3. NAVI starting to shrink here.
They might just say
Yet to find a kill. And we're in round 3. Another clean sweep on the cards here. Complexity. Looks like they've got this one all tied up. All 3 players for NAVI remain in the B bomb site. A save will have to be called as we'll see them enter towards A. The bomb's there on the back of JT, so I can't imagine a world where this one goes awry. They're still making sure they dot their I's, cross their T's. 100% confirmation the bomb site is clear, and indeed the round is theirs.
What a bizarre start to a game.
Yeah, right.
Getting no kills whatsoever. See if they get one of the fading moments of this round at the very least. Just somebody do something.
Yeah, it's not the start they were looking for, that's for sure. Complexity known to be masters of overpass. I think their clean record might be up for debate here. Floppy Trolls towards T-spawn, doesn't overstep the mark though. Oh, he hears a footstep, so he knows they're in this position. That will be the first CT kill here at the very least, Anders. He says, there it is.
There we go. All right. It's a slow start, but you know what? It's early days. Complexity, they will be celebrating though. Oh, there's no one more. All right, they're adding to it now. They're getting a little bit more.
There we go.
Still 3-0 for Complexity. Very solid to begin with there.
Yeah, you can't really ask for much more. It was that initial kill in the Galil, Elige out towards long, pixel perfect precision. Like we said, no helmet. Like, if he has one there, he certainly survives that duel. He'll get away with low HP, but nothing you can do about that engagement towards long.
I love the fact that Grim has adopted the Elige hairstyle. Who's the next to fall on that team? Someone has to.
I think they all do it. The bold buff,
yeah,
it's a real thing.
It'd be sick.
We all know it. Maybe not Horzuk though. His hair is iconic.
He's a fashion icon in that sense. That actually would be a shame.
That would be like his identity.
Yeah, but he'll stand out even more if the rest of them do it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like,
true.
You know, so. Okay, well, 1 minute and 20 seconds.
Yeah, a couple of saved rifles, bear in mind. So not all is lost here in round number 4. NAVI certainly in the back foot though. Grenades deployed towards the barrels. Not too much damage, just tickling the toes there a bit. And maybe a little bit more utility deployed here. Oh, nice idea on the boost. Alexi B unable to convert the shots. Grim certainly is, though, as they continue their probe in towards the B bomb site. JL recovers the Galil at the very least. He's got Kevlar to go with it, but looking for his first kill of this CT outing on Overpass.
When he's flashed into it, it's a big opportunity. I can't believe he didn't get that one. Grim somehow survives, gets the headshot on JL instead. And it's 5 versus 3. And even in spite of the saved rifles here, I don't think NAVI can be able to do too much right now. 30 seconds on the clock. Bitters here with the deagle, but once he re-peeks, he was just checking for it, but he re-peeks into 3 people that are waiting for him. And it's Grim finding another one. 3 in this one. They're having such a great beginning.
On the T side as well. You couldn't really ask for much more than this. Another clean sweep, and it's all 5 players surviving. I'm getting bored of saying the word clean sweep. But it keeps happening, so what can I do?
Yeah, we're locked in here with NAVI. When are they going to play the game? That's the big question right now. Well, will they at all?
They'll be saving the M4, but even that's up for debate right now. Horzuk looks like he had a guaranteed frag. Elige will find a trade at the very least. Wonderful. Yeah, nice work. Holds on to the M4 at the very least here. Means he can buy the AWP next round, especially if he saves his Kevlar. He's almost certainly going to be doing that. They need the AWP. The star player that replaced Simple, of course. Enormous boots to fill, but he might be the man for the job.
Yeah, he definitely has some really exceptional moments, but you're right. I mean, stepping into Simple shoes, I don't think anyone's really equipped to do that, so would it take a moment? Hopefully that's not something that's on his mind too much. Maybe it was right at the beginning, but I
think he even said in early interviews is like, don't compare me to Simple.
Yeah.
So we're going to, but it's nice to say. I understand where he's coming from, the different players, but he uses the same sensitivity. He's from Ukraine, and he's an AWPer as well, and you're in NAVI. You're going to get compared to Simple. It's going to happen.
JL almost throwing his mouse around there, which is actually my mouse.
Oh, is he still using the Anders edition?
Yeah, I think so. He stole it at one event.
At Abu Dhabi, right?
Yeah. So, still got it.
Hasn't worked out too well from this game, throwing the mouse around.
It worked in Abu Dhabi. I'm just saying, like, I'm gonna if they win, I'm gonna take the credit. You know,
okay.
Like, I'm invested into it in that sense. You know,
they still can win. Very early days here. Not the great start, of course, as the aforementioned Anders edition mouse there, which JL had to borrow from him after his didn't arrive in Abu Dhabi. But
hardware issues, you know. Gotta be careful.
AWP is mentioned in the hands of Wonderful, but the woes continue for NAVI. Floppy, a spam through the smoke leads into the first kill. Bit 0 and 5, the B bomb site under a lot of scrutiny right now, as their luck here continues to fall apart. What's the next maneuver on the CT side? Imma takes matters into his own hands, but leads into his own demise. Oh no, Wonderful.
If he would have pulled the trigger, I think he would have had it right away. But he was flashed and he decided to pull back instead of shooting the gun, and, you know, hard call to make it that one. might just be another clean sweep, Henry. I know you don't want to say it, but
Not again. We can't do it again.
not again. This is absolutely ridiculous. They have 4 kills, 5 now in total on the Navi side, and we're in the 5th round.
I mean, this retake's possible. Would you go for it though? Probably not.
It's risking it.
It's a 4-on-2.
They can't even escape either. They're getting flanked down here from Floppy, so either way, you're probably not going to be doing a lot in this round.
Yeah, Floppy's on the hunt, that's for sure. Looks to have a solid understanding of the situation. Locking them in towards CT spawn. They're slowly but surely making their way in towards the Lion's Den. Grim to take the aggro, but they have no idea Floppy's on this side, and he gets the double kill. JL would have gone down to the bomb regardless. So yeah, great maneuvers from Complexity once again. Just running the defaults, finding the frags, get the advantage, or just spamming a player through the smoke at the start of the round is how the last one fell for Navi. It was Bit that saw no one and met his early demise towards the monster tunnel. Yeah, this one now is... The alarm bells are going off at this stage. You've got maximum loss bonus, of course, but on the CT side only gets you so far. It's not like you can bring out Galils and some Kevlar and go for it. You're down to pistols. Bit of an M4 situation for JL. See if he can do anything with this one. They desperately need a round. This might not be the time they come online, though. Scout for Wonderful. On the flower beds here, an iconic position of years gone by.
There used to be a point in time where every single Guardian game you could find him in this one.
It's true.
For me, that's how I associated it.
And they had to start boosting in this party position to try and lock him down, remember? They'd actually boost like a 3-man stack here in the corner and take him down for that position, yeah.
Yeah, it was sick. I can't believe, more than anything for Navi, never mind the Complexity are having a great start. Like, more credit to them. It's sick what they're doing. But where are some of the individuals for Navi? Like, surely one of these players has the strength to say, okay, you know what, at least I'm going to have a couple of good rounds here where we get like a double or a triple kill. Even if we don't win the round, just to show, you know?
And as they can still tie up the half. I'm going to give them some time. It's certainly not the way they wanted to kick things off here, but we've seen so many massive leads thrown away here. And Complexity are not exactly amazing form right now. They've had some really questionable performances, especially in North America, losing to teams they shouldn't have done. And JL, double kill, making that rifle work. Is this the first round for Navi? Time will tell. Significant damage inflicted towards Floppy and Elige here. Orb Shop slips by the wayside, and now there is an opportunity here.
Yeah, there is, though. Good shooting for Floppy, though. Catching player coming out of the smoke, and Wonderful. And Exy trying to get close, and actually, he'll find a shot. He nearly gets a double, and it's a 1 versus 1. No bomb plant, 13 seconds. Holzerk, he's got the AWP out. It's risky. Immer right down there, and I think he's been spotted. Holzerk knows time is running low. 5 seconds. He has to get this kill right here.
No!
No! That's how Navi get on the board.
Oh, so frustrating for Holzerk there. He gets all the information he needs. With 5 seconds, he doesn't have time to work with there. Has to go for the high-risk maneuver of peeking the ramp itself. Go for the quick scope. If he nails it, he looks like a genius. It narrowly misses, and it's JL's contributions from short with the Hero M4 that actually saved the day here. A couple of kills on that Desert Eagle. Holzerk, 1 versus 1, knew exactly where the final player was, but Imma coming out on top of the Desert Eagle. It's the first round for Navi. Holzerk knows that's a big moment. They can even win the half at this stage, Navi. They can come back and get a 7-5 scoreline. It's never done in CS2. Doesn't matter how large the scoreline is, things can fall apart very quickly. As we see the next interaction here towards the connector, it's Alexi B playing on the front foot. Floppy, same story as Grim. Spots one, Floppy goes down with nothing.
Yeah, Grim's taken a lot of damage for that little mission. Was close, but wasn't able to quite get the kill. Oh
my!
It's anything but perfect. He'll get taken down at range. That M4, a lot easier to control. You said could still be a 1-1. What a surprise that would be. Navi wake up and manage to do it. Nice shot from Grim. That's so impressive. Takes down Imma. Still a long road ahead of the rest of Complexity here. Is there a man down? And down to about 50 seconds on top of that. Wonderful's got the AWP, no longer the scout on him. Oh, Elige.
Okay.
Jumping up to take down Alexi, my God.
Just when it looked like they were out of the round, a chance of momentum here for Navi. It's Wonderful pinned in the bathroom position. Manages to get himself a double kill, maintaining that advantage, and it will be JL to close things out here. 2 in a row for NAVI. After winning with a partial buy, the Hero M4, it's wonderful with his first decent sequence in this first map of the best of 3. It's the opening game of Group C, bear in mind. As we see Bit finally having a bit of impact there as well. Some nice shots coming in from Complexity, but it's wonderful. The steals the show. His second kill pretty much guaranteed the round. They had a chance at the quick scope on the third. Left the team in a 2 versus 1, which are able to convert here. Money really starting to be chipped away at this stage, and as we can see, Galil and a MAC-10 surrounded by 3 AK-47s. The reserves are low. NAVI on their feet. This is the round that really gets them back into it. Decent Molotov, though. Dissuades wonderful from the pick towards Connector.
They're going to be careful as well, NAVI, right? They did lose quite a few players in the previous round. They can't afford to actually lose a round already, so they kind of need to keep it up here. But yeah, the pressure is on all sides. Double stack down towards the B bomb site. Third player in Alexi's kind of close by. He can certainly flash and help out. Wonderful. Flashed off the corner, speaking of which. He's back for it. He really is close to getting that one and sticks around to kill Grim.
He's very good at those sort of picks, knowing when he can be a little bit aggressive at this stage. Calculated aggression, though, and getting that first frag, he's still got a positional control to fall back, maintain the advantage they found. It's a 5-on-4 for now. Smoke's down as well. Lots of footsteps, though. Risky, as Elige might try and help himself to the next kill, pushing through this smoke. Thinks better of it, though. Takes the info. With 40 seconds remaining, what is the final commitment here? We've got 3 players over towards B. Elige holding the extremities, is trying to hold these CTs in position, and it's Floppy to lead the charge, trying to crack open this B bomb site.
Yeah, Bit in a good position here. Headshot to take down Floppy, but the MAC-10 also doing a little bit of work. He needs one more, and he can't find it. Maybe they could have picked up the bomb after it. Elige, must have been very hard for him to fight. I think he wanted to go through, like you hear someone jumping on the other side, but
yeah,
didn't pull the trigger on it. So, NAVI finding a 3rd round.
They certainly are. That's 3 in a row as well. 3 players surviving all the 3s, as Elige will have to hold on in towards that playground position. NAVI, though, have arrived in this best of 3. Money will start to rack up. I'm not sure if they recovered the AWP, but time will tell. Certainly got some AK-47s in their arsenal now, and this is where wonderful, as we said, his nice position there. Doesn't quite overextend and gets himself out of there. Clean finish towards his B bomb site. And bear in mind that we know the reserves were low for Complexity entering this round. They had a Galil and a MAC-10, 3 AKs otherwise. Should be a partial buy at this stage, because they are getting at least the loss bonus. They're going to go for the force buy, Anders. All right. Don't hate it. If it works out, job's a good one, but we'll see if they can at least get the bomb planted here. JL doesn't seem to think so. Great opening frag. Takes the aggro for Immer, who swings around in that connector position. Beautiful synergy there.
Yeah, it was. You could tell how distracted Grim was.
Yeah.
Second player, he's not quite sure what's going on.
Really nice comms. They blow open the door. JL's there ready for the players crossing up towards the steps and connector. Nails the first headshot, allowing Immer to swing around for a free kill. Now, the job's already been done. JL knows it as well. Gets a bit of info towards short. They just want to hold on to this 5-on-3. They're very healthy right now. Bleed that clock out. As you can see, Anders, there's barely any utility remaining. 1 smoke and a couple of flashes. You can't really flush them out, as there will be Bits to pretty much confirm the round. I say pretty much with bated breath, because there's always a chance you get a bit carried away, but it will be JL. That's a nice little spray down there. Blow for blow. Leaves Hulzerk in a 3-on-1. Oh, God. That grenade stings. A very, very small chance he can do anything with this one. If he gets the bomb down, I'll be impressed. Yeah. There it is. Alexi B will find him 4 rounds in a row. Remember, there's a 5-0 deficit, and they are recovering. They can still win the half.
Yeah, and you even at the 5-2, you did warn us, Henry. You did say, you know, don't take anything for granted here. It's CS2. There's a lot that can still go wrong.
Yeah. And it's starting to become very clear that Complexity are not out of the woods just yet. They might need a tactical time out of this stage. They seem... they're not going to take it. That was the force mine in the previous round. So Deagles, P250s, Tech 9s. No Hero AK to be spotted here. And wonderful. Posts up in towards the bathrooms, looking towards that playground position. And hearing those Desert Eagles ring out early on, they're realizing now that we probably don't need to be on the very front lines.
Yeah.
That's
Put some distance.
Exactly.
You don't really do, and especially because one thing is that the pistols can run you down. Another thing is just you don't want to lose the rifle for them to pick it up. So either way, it's better to, if you are going to go down, to die a little bit further back on the map. Make it hard for the T side. So yeah, everything lined up right now for Navi to win a 5th in a row. Starting to get some of the individuals into play. Yeah, what a slow start for them. I mean, incredibly slow for Navi. But not necessarily to the point where they can't recover it. I guess that's really worth thinking about.
Quick shot, rattles off. Wonderful's AWP doesn't connect this time, though. Just try to bleed out everything you can at this point. Make the CTs uncomfortable. They don't feel like they're operating with no grenades to defend an entire bomb site. You can see that coming into effect right now. Imma, desperate for a bit of info. Spots him towards the bathroom. The flashback doesn't quite catch him, but he does find JT. Good trade coming through, though, and the AWP can't commit to this one, Anders. There's a definite plan coming through, and a fighting chance they can win this round.
And especially with the recovered AK. What a disaster it would be for Navi if they ended up giving up this one of all the rounds. I mean, this would really sting for them. I have no question about it. Grim set up nicely towards the bank on the one side. If they walk right into it, they might get a free shot. There we go. JL goes down next. A 4 versus 3. Where's that retake coming from? Navi. Grim absolutely locking him out of it. The other one is an AWP trying to retake. It's not going to happen here. Wonderful. Will have to be sent packing. Good shot onto Elige, but the round has been lost. Complexity with 1 kill on the bomb plant. They steal the AK and they let loose Grim, and it's been absolutely amazing. He gets 3 kills at the end, Grim.
Yeah, great work there from Grim. Invaluable contributions after giving up 5 rounds in a row, potentially. They managed to pull their socks up and win with the Tech 9s, the P250s. All started this moment here. Imma commits to the spray. They're much closer. You can see that synergy we spoke of before, not really working in tandem. The AWP was falling back. AK was swinging. There was no backup to speak of whatsoever. They spotted the gap and they exploited it. Bomb goes down and Grim absolutely destroys them with the recovered AK-47. It's actually sabotaged the finances here of NAVI. They're going to have to take an eco. Imma with the M4. USP's pretty much otherwise, as we are boosting up, looking over towards shorts. JL with an opportunity here. Floppy beneath him, but no visual cues just yet.
This would have definitely been the round to try the jumping MP9, you know. So personally, I find it an abhorrent tactic, but it is pretty fair.
Every time we commentated, Anders, it seems to work.
Yeah, it's disgusting, but you know, might as well. You need a trick right now. Boost. Okay, Floppy did actually jump for the grenade throw, so there might have been a chance to find him. Yeah, the finances for Navi. How did we get here? That's very wishful thinking.
Well, it works out in the end. JL will find him.
Come on.
Through the wooden boards as he was trying to retreat towards that connector position. This is the eco. They've still got the M4 in the hands of Imma. A 5-on-4 advantage. Wonderful in no man's land, though. And he will be punished. JT will find him. AK-47 shot to the dome. Another boost being established here. It's a very potent one. This position always seems to deliver multiple kills. There's the first. Still holds on to it. And there's the second as well.
Huge, isn't it? Imma with the double.
No!
It's JL. He was flashed as well. All right, Navi, bring it back a little bit in a round that they probably should have no business getting into at all, but that is a huge turnaround.
Yeah, so many boosts deployed there. You've got to bring out the novel ideas in those sort of scenarios. They boosted towards short, eventually took down Floppy with the wall bang through the wooden boards. This is where it all began. Once they got that kill, it funnels them in towards A. And like I said, this boost, it's always spectacular. You always seem to get a double kill out of it. Beautiful drive-by from JL as well to secure the round. And that is a really disappointing round for Complexity to give up here. We go into the final round of this first half. Back and forth we go with the finances, Anders. They were 5-0 up. We said 6-6 would still be possible, and it's a B rush to try and seal the deal here for Complexity.
Yeah, it is a classic, but unfortunately for them, it is standing guard on the bomb side. 2 big kills for him to begin with, and a Molotov on top to try and slow down any potential bomb plant here. Grim and Floppy, they've both been playing very well, so there is a chance. But the game has been slowed down. The smokes are going to be fading soon. Grim trying to fake it out to try and dodge the grenades, but almost getting shot at the back. I can't believe he's still alive. Grenade corner and an absolute nuclear bomb on top of Floppy. He's dead, and the game is tied 6-6.
And now Boomich.
Here comes the boom.
Come on.
Here goes the boom.
You got all the money you need.
Here comes the boom.
All in on black. Black and yellow. You'd have to clear this close corner. Oh, the player just slipped down the ladder, man. That's unfair. Does this actually make things better for him? He's got a kit and he has a smoke.
You just come back up after.
He has a kit and he has a smoke, and Olaf has to leave. Now he's going to make a bunch of noise. He's going to get that kill. He's going to put the smoke on top of Bomb, and no, not like this. You are kidding me. NAVI finish like this? Unbelievable.
Really can't do much about it. Too far away and in a 1 versus 3. Even if they have some money in the bank, this feels like it is not worth going for. You have a pretty good buffer. The one thing that could ruin this lead for Imperial is if they run out of money on the CT side. That's what's keeping this very winnable for them. And he's going to stick around just looking for exits, which is fine.
Yeah. Just trying to see if he's gifted anything here. Because inflicting damage is... Okay, wait a second.
No way.
No.
Flashing his way through the Molotov as well. Either way, he could do some real damage because the blast radius on this bomb is massive. So Cadian and Yappy probably want to leave as quick as they can. This is scary.
He has a kit.
He might run straight for it. The smoke is up. Vinny, has he found a way? Has he done the impossible? 1 more second left and Cadian can't get him. Oh my
No way! Yes! That's what I'm talking about right there. That's Counter-Strike.
Safe's going to plant that bomb. Ooh.
Yes.
Oh.
Wait. Yes.
Ooh. Oh my god.
Yes,
Oh my
Swisher.
god. He doesn't have the kit.
Yes.
Oh my god, they're all gone.
They're so far away. Oh, just get on it.
Come on, brother.
Come on, just read it.
At the very least, Swisher, win this round.
Oh, he thinks there's got to be one
Look
close.
how far they are.
They're
Stick
so
it.
damn
Swisher, stick
far
it.
away. It's
Do
fine.
it.
Please.
Embarrass them.
Swisher, 10 seconds.
N-A.
Stick.
N-A. N-A.
He's on it.
Oh, he's
There's
got
no
it.
chance. Look at this mid-map, baby.
Let's go.
Remember this round, Furia. Remember this round.
Swisher, a highlight
One
of a lifetime.
B4.
Let's go.
Phelps with no kit. VSM doesn't have one either.
Yeah, the question for Phelps is how does he even get out? I mean, he slotted himself into quad. He has an opportunity to find some frags at the very least, assuming he's going to do that. Oh, there's a kit. No.
Oh,
no
yes.
way.
Yes,
This is
Maui.
happening.
You're saying
no
no, but
way.
no, we want
this
it.
can't happen. It can't
No, we
happen like
want
this. This
Oh,
can't
he's
really be
straight
happening.
on it.
No way. Oh no, it really just happened like that. It doesn't matter how many picks EG finds. They find a way to lose in this one. Phelps sneaking in. People have called that spot ninja for so long.
A highlight of blunders there, Anders. Some fond memories there of the ninja defuses. None of those antics in this game, but certainly some interesting moments. It was complexity up 5-0 to kick things off here on Overpass. All of a sudden, though, Navi arrived in this best of 3 on their opponent's pick, and they actually do a great job, a significant comeback as they tie things up. We go 6-6. It's anyone's game. It's wide open here as now Complexity switch over to the CT side, and they've got double dual leads here. 7 guns on the pistol. Doesn't seem fair. We'll see what they can make of it as Imma tries to do his best Elise impression towards middle.
A weird first half. Hard to really summarize, but whoever wins this pistol round could be on for a bit of a run. Elige moving forward. This is real dangerous on the other side. Wonderful was ready and waiting for him, but nobody goes down yet. Bomb dropped further back towards T-spawn, so suggesting Navi not quite made up their minds yet.
Yeah, just want to get some initial control of the map. It all starts here, and they've done very well. It's Bits with a stunning headshot there. Horza can't do anything with the dualies. He's alone in towards that connector, and it's an early 5-on-4. Like he said, the bomb was in T-spawn, but it's been scooped up now. It's on the back of Wonderful. They still have smoke, 2 flashes, and a Molotov. So they can smoke towards Graffiti. They can Molotov the barrels. Double flashbang in, Anders. But they do have to break past Floppy first. Grim waits behind the pillar. And slowly but surely, here comes that utility.
Oh, Swinging wide with the dualies, but he's not hitting many shots at the moment, and he will be traded right away. Bit with the stolen dualies from the connector, hitting a strong headshot, and I think JT back here locked out. They know where he is. They're fighting him, but they don't really have to.
Sure.
Just maybe leave him alone for another 10 seconds, and everything is going to be absolutely fine here.
Yeah.
I think that's what they've called now. They've realized, yeah, it's not worth it.
Bear in mind as well, you can assume it's JT that dropped those dualies, so he's got no Kevlar to speak of as well. Gets himself a couple of frags, at least that's money. You get $300 per kill, of course, and he's got nothing to save. So even running away from the explosion does nothing for him. Might as well see if he can find another frag here, steal one away. Anything will do. He knows it as well, but there's no way to really do anything with this one. Oh, okay, that's another $300, Anders. They're going to force buy the next round. That might be important. Yeah. It might have significant knock-on effect if he can somehow bring out a FAMAS. If they're going to force buy, that is. Maybe there's something to be said. Yeah, exactly. So I don't think they necessarily will, but if today's anything to go by, when we saw G2 play NIP earlier, on the CT side, they were force buying the second round each and every time. Maybe this will persuade them to give it a go. But it was Bits to open things up, and then the dualies of Floppy could only good for one. Bit recovers those, and there it is, the force buy, JT FAMAS. So those kills are going to have a knock-on effect. If they win this round, it's because he went for that third kill.
Well, they get this heavy tag onto Alexi at the start.
You can see it's the exact money for Kevlar and the FAMAS.
Yep.
You needed that third frag to even make this a possibility. So very interesting, that little nuanced detail there. Good damage to Alexi B. And a difficult round here. I would say it's pretty equal now, considering Alexi B's been tagged. If they can win this round, they're right back into it. 7-7. Back towards B we go for now. 4 players starting to edge their way over. Still got the majority of their smokes. Molotov for the barrels as well. It's such a difficult position to flush out these wooden boards.
Yeah, NAVI don't really know what they're walking into. They don't have enough information on the map to realize that it could be a 4-man stack down here. They just don't know. Flash goes right over, and that's a great clear up. The MP7 to start with.
The Alexi B flash,
yeah,
saves the day. Couldn't have been more effective if he tried. And it leads them to a pretty convincing round finish here. It was definitely up in the air at one point when the tag came through, but Alexi B holds his nerve, coordinates the troops. Back into the B side, the contact play of a single flashbang is a thing of beauty. That's Horzak and JT. No choice, I'm afraid. Hold on to the little you have, which is a scout. The aforementioned FAMAS, which didn't really have much impact, I'm afraid. And a smoke to boot as well.
Yeah, this is, I mean, for the second half, now they're going to be celebrating this. Like we said, it was an unbelievably slow start for them to overpass, right? They lost the first 5 rounds in a row, got almost no kills whatsoever. I think in the 5th round, they had 5 kills as a team entirely. So not exactly what you'd want to see out of a NAVI team, but yeah, they made up for it now. Starting to get in the groove of things. And now they're in the lead, 8-6. So starting to look a little bit more respectable at the moment. Blade towering over them behind them. I'm sure that he is going to have some harsh words at some point about the beginning here, but right now, focus is on. Alexi's having a good time. All right.
It wasn't a great start. 0-5 down, but smiles all round now. 8-6. You know you're up against potential eco here, but bear in mind they did save a little. Maybe they can do a lot. Up against the SMGs, JL with the T side MP7. Mac 10 for Bit otherwise. As they wait for any initial CT pushes, and one is coming towards short. Elige at least probing the position, peeked out the smoke, didn't see anyone. And it's a bit of a B stack here as well. JT with that FAMAS boosted up and short. Thinks better of it. Silent dismounts, and back towards A they will head. Which seems to be the correct call, but not a certainty that NAVI will finish this side of the map. Bear in mind the bomb's still down in T-spawn. But the Scout and the FAMAS, both here on A. If a couple of tags can be found, it could set up these pistols. A bit of a spray down here. Like we said, this boost we saw in the first half always seems good for a couple of kills. Bomb has been recovered, 50 seconds remaining. Now one decent flashbang can disrupt the boost. They know the scouts on this side of the map. They're hoping a rotation back towards B will come through, but it's Complexity holding on to their strong positions here. Down to Horzak. Needs to find a couple of tags here. Ideally a headshot. First port of call will be wonderful towards long.
Oh, but this is getting very awkward, isn't it? Look at the time. 25 seconds, Henry. I'm starting to get a bit nervous. On behalf of Navi, they could be walking into a real big issue of simply running out of time here could be the thing, but they clear out the boost. It's a start at least, and Grim is up next. My God, they've cleared it up quickly. I was getting nervous, but still 10 seconds here. The scout surely going to be knocked out. And look at it. I mean, there was a chance even right at the end. He could have landed that shot and won the round.
Yeah, I didn't want to get too excited there, because if Floppy somehow hits that headshot with 4 seconds on the clock there was a chance that bomb doesn't get planted. A slither of hope. Still a scary moment there for Navi, but they managed to course correct and pick up the round. No problem in the end there. Certainly a little bit uncomfortable, but now starting to stretch their legs here. 9-6 on their opponent's pick. I'll say it one more time for the people at the back. Complexity were up 5-0. They picked up a single round since then. Navi with a great start here in the second half. You can see this is a bonus round kind of personified as we see Galil's an MP7, a wonderful AWP. If they win this round, yeah, it's GG if you ask me, but it's a lead for that first frag. Just what they needed.
Oh, there we go. Just as Horzak picks up the second one onto Wonderful. 5 on 3. They absolutely need this one. Like you said, it could be game over for Complexity if they end up losing this one, but they're doing a fine job to begin with. JT unfortunately does get caught, so it isn't maybe quite done yet. Bomb headed or hanging around right outside of the restrooms. Plenty of time for Navi to try and make up their minds, and obviously still could be a secondary goal of just trying to do a little bit more damage to the CT side economy. They have no cash to work with really on the Complexity side. Flashed out. Also unable to get the flick, the kind of flick that I would expect for him to hit. He is a really proficient AWPer.
Oh, absolutely true. 9 kills so far, but on the CT side is where he can do his best work. Alexi B not known to be a sniper. Now already misses out on that first interaction. Floppy certainly doesn't. That should be round guaranteed here. 30 seconds and a 4 versus 2. He does spot another one there, and yeah, really well played from Flop Dogger as managed to tie things up 7-7. Bear in mind though, Anders, this was the bonus round I illustrated before. They had MP7s, 3 Galils, and an AWP. So there will be a buy going forward here. But the Complexity needed to win that round, and they deliver on all fronts. Nice work from Elige, and especially Floppy to close things out there towards a connector. JL's not happy about it. And this is the double spray down to confirm the round in the end. So a timeout from Blade. Second one used for Navi.
He really has such a commanding presence, doesn't he?
Oh, he does.
You can just tell. Great stuff.
He's a no-nonsense man.
Yeah, he really is.
There'll be no hugs, there'll be no fist bumps until the job is done. No massages, that's for sure.
Absolutely not.
Zero massage.
That's a comfort of life that Blade just doesn't need, you know? Well, this is turning into a weird game now. Still a chance for Complexity to try and make good on the promise that they had in the first 5 rounds. Like, all right, this is it, this is sick. But that's it's kind of disappeared since.
And as we mentioned, economy strong for Navi, but this will cost them the majority of their gold. Grenades exchange once again, this time towards the playground. No touchdown just yet, but a lot of positional control granted for the CTs here. It's Grim pushing out the way towards shore, checking out the tunnel itself. And bit, you can see they've got nothing in terms of information this side of the map, as they have given up quite a lot of the star here, even anticipating CTs pushing in towards the playground. Molotov for the party position, flashbang to allow a peek, and it's him up, tip of the spear right now. Looking towards long, but he's got a nasty surprise waiting from the other side. It's the AWP of Horzak.
I'd be surprised if he peeks it alone right now. Doesn't seem like that is going to be worth it. They're grouping up outside of the B bomb side, but forward position here at the restrooms for complexity means there could be a quicker rotation coming down there. Oh, Grim just barely getting away with it. JT on the other side, and now Floppy, they're all chiming in. And look at the timing, Elige to pick off Immer. Once the first thread was pulled here, it just all comes apart for Navi. One at a time, they go down. Not even a chance for, I think, retaliation, unfortunately.
Yeah, there's full control here for complexity. It was Grim managing to take the water completely at the start of the round. Navi just didn't have any control of the map whatsoever. And yeah, with the time ticking away, trying to walk their way in towards Monster, but Grim mowing them down. And now a 5 versus 1. Wonderful. He would do very well to hold on to his AWP here. The first shot is his. Might be fine now at this stage. Looks like he's done enough to at least have the sniper into the next round. Drops himself defensive smoke. And we will have 2 rounds in a row for complexity. 9-8, just 1 round separating these 2 teams. First map of our best of 3. It's Anubis up next as well. It's Navi. It looked like they were going to steal it away after going 0-5, tying things up in the first half, 6-6. But 2 rounds in a row, 2 very convincing rounds, I might add, for complexity here. You can see they had them absolutely surrounded in every single choke point. They'll save the AWP, but don't have the resources to really justify any investment around it. So let's see if they can find some picks. Maybe a bomb plant.
First game of the day, we had a couple of people that really didn't show up for some of the games, but everyone here is playing pretty well. They're all on the scoreboard. There's no one who's like really letting their team down. Floppy is kind of pulling ahead right now. He's got 15 kills, so he's really woken up now.
Yeah, looking fantastic. Always such a great B-bomb site anchor. Elige, just great in general. Every position you put him in, he seems to deliver. Up against these pistols. Does get himself 3 kills. Makes a bit of a meal of it, but the job is done. Did damage towards the 4th as well. And it will be wonderful with that AWP. Lets himself known. Does clip the wings of Grim, but unable to find the kill. Might want to try and get the AWP out of play here. And that's all he really can do.
Yeah. Throw it away so that they don't have a chance for any kind of a double up setup. That makes sense. Definitely looked like Elige was about to fumble the ball on.
Yeah, right.
Swing,
but still got like 3.5 kills,
yeah.
So no problem whatsoever. And it will be 9-9. Wonderful. Can't really justify saving here. He needs the resources, the cash to come through. So as silly as it sounds, he does want to die here.
Yeah. And he's kind of, realizing, I'm running out of time to even do that. All right. Oh, my God. If he get a bomb plant, too, that actually would be really sick.
Okay.
Still, he's looking for an ace clutch, and he's so low on health already. They're double flanking him. There should be no way, but there should have been no way. He got the first 2 kills anyway.
Yeah, that was a disgusting sequence there. Just one of those scenarios you think, okay, it's wonderful with the rifle. 2 kills to find on the bomb side. There's no way he gets 2 beautiful headshots, but he's delivered on all fronts so far. Bomb's ticking at some pace here. They've got kits, still a massive advantage for the CTs, and that should be enough. That smoke makes things incredibly complicated, and yet gives the position up. Great effort, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
Considering he had nothing ready to speak of there, he managed to get 2 kills at $600. Gets the bomb planted, another $300 for himself, and with the bomb planted, his extra $800 per member of his team going into that next round. So he did an amazing amount of work there, considering they entered the round with, sure, an AWP, but they had 4 Glocks otherwise, and he brings it down to a 2 versus 1 with the bomb planted. Job done, if you ask me.
Yeah, that is super sick. I mean, you saw the bullet on that second player. It was right past wonderful. If that would have caught him, he would have been dead right away. So can't believe that nobody managed to touch him. But still, a little bit of a bonus. We're all tied up, 9-9. Grenade flying right over, and okay, it only does 1 damage to either player. Thought that was going to land right on top of them, but it didn't. Instead, it's also to begin with, and Floppy will be traded right away. But I do like this from Elige. This very tricky play. If they get this kill right here against Wonderful on the other side, and they will, I can't believe it. Now the bomb is lost. It's all the way back in those hallways.
I think the round's already over. 4-on-1. Alexi B, sure, he's got plenty of time, but there's nothing to do with it. Smoked off in every position. The bomb's down, as you mentioned. And a nice aggressive maneuver here from the CT side. They've been very good at that. Disrupting the offense.
Yeah, it's sick, isn't it? Just a little bit of spice in some of those rounds, making it quite difficult. Alexi electing to just hang out on the forklift for a long time.
It's going to be a hell of a time. 40 seconds potentially. And it's Complexity to take the lead once again, Anders. This will be 10-9. Not much separating these two teams whatsoever, but since the gun rounds have already began here in the second half, you have to say Complexity have looked comfortable. It's their map pick, a bit of a mainstay for the North Americans. So they really made a name for themselves over the last couple of years, having a very impressive T side, especially a solid B bomb side on the CT side. And we're seeing that ring true right here, right now. Complexity taking the lead, 10 seconds remaining. It's Lexi B that won't be challenged, no real reason to hunt him. Let him save the AK, diminish their resources once more, as of course he'll be getting no money going forward here. They've got around $3,200 per player. This kill from Elite was ridiculous. Wonderful knows that was his all day long. I don't think it changes the outcome of the round, but certainly a frustrating way to finish your own contributions.
Wow. Complexity in the lead in spite of everything, in spite of the great Navi comeback that they were building. It started off a weird game and it hasn't really got any saner since then. I just feel like it's up in the air. Floppy though, 17 kills. He's still going, still having an impact on the game, and there's also taking down Bits. My God, if they can get their sniper put into play, that could really change this.
Yeah, it's a good point. He's got free roam on the map right now up against these pistols, and the saved Alexi B, AK-47. Opening pick has been found. Bit removed. And you can see there's nothing that suggests that Navi are going to do much with this round. They've got a couple of flashes. A man disadvantage. Anna Liege hitting an absolute showstopper and wonderful in T-Spawn.
And again, just that aggression. He's really letting them know right now. I'm not gonna just let you set up outside of the B-bomb side. I'm gonna be looking for you. That's something that's gonna be in the back of the minds of Navi going forward even. They have to think about the fact that there is a chance that Elige is gonna be sneaking up behind them. Now they're gonna lose one player there, but Elige not subject to getting flanked himself. Floppy will add another one to the scoreboard, and Complexity. My God, they're pulling it back right now. 11-9 in their favor. They just need 2 more rounds. I'm shocked.
Yeah, that's one word for it. Tactical timeout required once again by the sound of things. All kicked off here toward that connector. Horzek's starting to feel himself. Elige has been great for outs. As we see him close down this round in towards T-Spawn, the AK-47, making light work of Navi here. As they look to close out this first map. Second is Anubis, bear in mind. It's day 1 here of Spring Groups 2024. A new format, Anders. We started off with 12 teams in previous years. We're now up to the 16. Double elimination bracket. Winner of each group. We have 4 groups, of course. We'll go straight through towards the finals in London. 2 spots remaining, and that goes down to the second place of each group. So we'll have another bracket once the groups are concluded to work out who will take the 2 remaining spots there. And then if you don't make it, you go to the feared showdown, Anders. No one wants to be there.
Nobody wants to be in there.
No one wants to be part of the showdown. You want to get the job done here.
Yeah, we all get to London, don't we?
Exactly. Old Blighty waiting. As you see Complexity now on fire. That suggests they got 5 rounds in a row. God, that's a hell of a flashbang. So much damage being dished out, trying to finish off the job with the HE. It's misthrown, though.
I can't believe he's still alive.
Yeah,
it
right.
looked like he should have been dead. But either way, I mean, on Immer as well, that's a lot of damage to begin with. Horzek back here, he's going to get flashed off. He almost got stopped by the light post there behind. That could have been deadly. But he's out. And if nothing else, it's wasted quite a bit of time off the Navi clock.
You can see Complexity put the fear of God in towards Navi here.
Yes.
They're waiting for that aggression at the start of each and every round. They know they've been getting absolutely pantsed on this offense. Thankfully, though, no one gone down thus far, but they have taken a boatload of damage en route. 50 seconds remaining. 2 smokes, a Molotov, and a single flashbang. That's all they've got to work for. Trying to negate map points here for Complexity if possible. JL lets himself known towards Monster, but that's not where the team's finishing things up. They'll be heading towards A here. Nice incendiary. This is an iconic position for the AWP. A bomb set of overpass is incredibly difficult to flash him out of position. And they don't have much utility, as mentioned. What's the final maneuver, Anders? The bomb's still on connector.
They don't have much. They don't have much time, Henry.
Yeah,
14
this is. They're gonna have to scramble.
I'm lost for work. I feel like they've lost a round already. I have no idea what's going on. Navi!
Got to save. You have to save.
Why?
Oh, that's rough.
Yeah, back to the beer garden we go. There's nothing left.
Oh, that was ugly. That's not the finish they were looking for. Of course, once that first kill comes through, yeah, you have to save. There's no point throwing the round away entirely, but they just got nothing done there. Like we said, stunned at the start of the round. Just so fearful of the aggressive CTs, and they've conditioned them so well, complexity that is. Just to get them so scared at the start of the round, they deploy a defensive setup this time. They've got no utility, they waste all their time, and they've just got no chance to even attempt winning the round.
The Spectre of Elige they're fighting over there. Like, he was at the B-bomb side, he wasn't even there. And they're like, oh no.
Oh, that's rough. And that might be the beginning of the end here. One more round will do it for complexity. 6 in a row now on the CT side. You can see where they picked this map. After going up 5-0, sure, Navi got back into it, but this has been a commanding CT performance. The boss man himself, Elige, he'll pick up yet another opening frag. 18 and 12 so far, as he looks to close things out here on their map pick.
Bizarre day in the office so far for Navi. I'm so curious what happened on the second map here. Holzerk hitting a strong shot, close range against JL, who's trying to sneak through them. We're getting close to the tunnel at any rate. 3 versus 5. And now they can afford to fall back. They can put some distance here. Second map is Anubis, but still, Navi need to really wake up in the break here. There's been a weird beginning.
And it just feels like we're just going through the motions here.
Yeah.
You know, like this round feels like it's already done. You're in a 5-on-3. You've already had some very flat T-sided rounds here. Like, very uncharacteristic for a caller like Alexi B to be fumbling in towards a bomb site with 10 seconds remaining and then having to pull the ripcord, evacuate. It's not a good look. And with 25 seconds, it could be more of the same here. This will have to be one hell of a flash to take Holzerk out of position, but a missed shot gives him a lifeline.
Yes, it does. And a headshot from Bit. Maybe there is a chance. Going straight for the bomb plant. Whoa! Oh my God! Bit with the laser taking down JT. That is sick. And I mean, they had no business winning this round. They were just, I think they were so slow around the corner that the whole circuit just kind of shot into thin air. But that, I mean, otherwise he gets that kill and that's it.
A rare miss from the young Norwegian. If he hits that shot, it's done. That's GG. All he had to do was get one. Even if he gets traded, it's over. A 5 versus 3 fumbled here at the worst possible time. When you're looking to close things out, their money is unbelievable. They'll be absolutely fine in that regard, but now Navi need 2 rounds to take us to overtime. Certainly possible. They've had some pretty underwhelming rounds, to put it lightly here on the T side, but they can take us to overtime and convert. All will be forgiven here, but yeah, that's going to be a bit of a heartbreaking moment. Especially when Elige had to work so hard to find the initial couple of kills there. Gives them a 5 versus 3. And it all comes down to maybe an over-aggressive AWP. Like, you've got such a massive advantage. You've given them 3 1v1s there from the short position. Like, sure, he missed a shot. That's unlikely, but it happened. They didn't play the percentages, I would say, in that sort of scenario.
I think that's fair. That's reasonable. Now, complexity, at least they have a lot of money, right? Even if they lose this round, there's still a lot to work with. Wonderful.
Damn, Elige.
Shot at Elige. Running and shooting at the same time, just absolutely outdueling him in that fight.
Yeah, that's a real problem. He was lucky to survive that in the previous round, but this time no dice. Another opening couple of frags here for complexity. Another 5-on-3. Now, do they tuck away and try and bring the round towards them, or do they fight to close this one out? It looks to be the latter. And Holzerk with a big miss, but thankfully doesn't go down here. Can reposition and leave one of his rifles to patrol long. That's going to be Elige. This is a common position now. In CS2 especially, this seems to be quite a meta position. Normally good for at least 1 kill. That's if he's challenged.
And if he's not, we know that at any moment he could go aggressive, he could walk up behind them.
Which he's been doing time and time again, right? He's been a real thorn in their side. So the exact same scenario, and is what we had in the previous round. A 5 versus 3, time ticking away. Looks like it's a done deal. But is there a way Complexity potentially give this one up?
You give up one of these rounds, that's one thing. Another one, who knows what could happen. JL trying to swing for it, but he's down. Alexi and Emma to get a bit in return. Grim trying to catch domestic cross. Not quite able to do so, but it has slowed them down once again. 20 seconds here. Emma, right position. I can't believe it. And now the Molotov on top trying to stop the bomb plant. Can he actually do that? No, not quite. The smoke is up there. Oh, that would have been a sick way to end it for Elige. Now he's on instead for the 1 versus 2. Hunting for the tunnel, looking for the kill, but look at who's fallen really far back. Imma just around the corner. He was missed by a second.
No!
With a headshot. I can't believe it. Navi able to bring it back and win another round.
Another 5 on 3 flushed away. I can't believe it, Anders. It looked like it was a done deal. Floppy even got the initial kill. But then all of a sudden, it falls apart once again. Elise left in a 2 versus 1. Couldn't make anything of it, and it all started with that kill from Imma. Alexi B finds an opportunity to plant, and it all goes horribly wrong. Now 1 round required. 2 5 on 3s in a row, fumbled by Complexity. We said the money was strong. They should be fine for a nice full buy here. And it's Horzeg once again, taking matters into his own hands, above the smoke. Looking for the opening frag once more. 2 5 on 3s given away.
Imagine
unbelievable.
It goes into overtime and they lose that overtime and they have to look back on those rounds.
It's possible.
It is possible.
And Elige said that's what they've been focusing on, like to stop fumbling the rounds that can't be lost. And that's 2 prime examples of where it's happened at the worst possible time here. Nightmarish scenes for Complexity.
See what they have, what it takes to bring this one home. They just need a little bit more. 1 more round will do it. Bomb drop quite far back. Remember, it's not like Navi are playing flawless Counter-Strike either. They had their own mishaps. They keep running out of time. They're running the clock down very, very low. And again, they're out searching for Elige on the side of the map. They're making sure that he's not anywhere to stab them in the back. 50 seconds, and the bomb has been picked up by JL just now in the hallways. So this could be another round where the clock runs down quite low. At the corner, he's ready for it. Sneaking out, the timing is good for him. He's going to get that one just as Imma was thinking about jumping on the other side. He couldn't even fight back because I think he had his knife out.
Spotted. It's going to be Grim, and down he goes. Overtime is on the card. It's down to JT, in-game leader. He's been fantastic in CS2, unable to find one. Bit will help him out. 2 versus 2. Horzeg trying to connect the dots here. The bomb yet to be planted. It's going to come down to the wire here. Can they get the C4 down? And Horzeg, he swings wide down to Floppy, the clutch master. He can't do it. Complexity have fumbled. Map point 3 rounds in a row. Opening kills found each and every single time. Elige did it once again, Anders. He found them the opening frag, and they can't hold on. What an absolute disaster for the North American organization, as now we go to overtime, and Navi in a prime position to steal this map away once again.
Oh, someone's going to leave this opening map completely heartbroken, right? Complexity of all of this to look back on. I mean,
These are the moments as well. You think like Horzeg, we haven't seen one of his quick scopes or his fast clutches come through. When he's really tested, when he really has to deliver, it hasn't come through. He's had a struggle in the second half, it has to be said.
the stress.
It's a stressful environment out there right now. You've got to do everything you can if you're TEC to stop this team tilting off the face of the planet.
I don't know how you stop that from happening, but you're right. Like that is
because the problem is as well, it's Elige getting all these opening frags, and he's the guy who's going to be frustrated, right?
Yeah.
You're the guy you've got to contain, and he's just doing God's work out there, finding you 2 frags at the start of every bloody round, and you can't convert it. You choke him in the dying moments of those last 3 rounds. I can't believe we're saying this. We're going to overtime. Everything's reset now. And it's going to be Complexity. Then he's picked themselves up, dust themselves down as we get into the first round here. Full reset.
Well, let's see if this is something that can really spark Navi. They should be feeling a lot more alive right now because they just had a second chance at life. They should have been losing this map already. And instead, they force it. They will it into overtime. Grim getting spammed a little bit down. Not happy about it, I'm sure. A lot of damage onto LXC and JL too, so a little bit of give and take across the map. Still worried about that Elige flank. You could tell they're very actively on the T side looking for it. And even that is something that's going to be annoying to them. There we go, another opening.
How? Okay, I'm
done it again.
gonna bring the stats up. This is wild.
He's so good at it. Wonderful. Oh, and Elige able to best him. Wonderful's had some big slip-ups in some of these rounds.
Elige is 7-1 in opening duels right now. That's another double kill. Another 5-on-3, single-handedly picked up by the star of complexity.
They ask of one man.
They can't. This round now. Stop being silly at this point. Let's win this round. Put this one to bed. Can't afford to lose this.
If they lose this one, Henry, you go to you run in there and yell at them.
Yeah, call the timeout myself. Lads, this is just unacceptable now. Elige can't do more than this. 22 kills, another double kill. This time in the first round of overtime. But there's always a chance. When there's a will, there's a way. Missed Molotov, I think.
Yeah, a little bit. That's going to make it a lot trickier. Only 10 seconds on the clock, and Floppy, that kills all you need. That's all you need in any one of the other rounds. This would have been enough, and they would have been winning the map already, but they'll win the first one in overtime. Elige with more openings.
Wow.
My God.
This one they actually convert. Well done to Elige. An absolute tour de force towards middle. Continues to find kill after kill. Another great position. How he gets a second, I will never know. It's wonderful that gets absolutely wrecked in the proceedings, and Floppy, like we said, an incredibly strong B anchor, generally speaking, manages to deliver the goods there as we find ourselves at 13-12 or 1-0 for complexity here in overtime.
Similar game plan for NAVI. See, they're stretching out. They're trying to clear out all the way towards the restrooms. Can't really blame them. And a new position, new look for Elige. He's now down in connector, so he's trying to keep it fresh himself. I mean, it can be very, very tricky to have to sort of reinvent your position over and over and over again, but he's done an amazing job so far. He's vulnerable to any kind of a flank coming through the middle, but he's probably counting on Grim to make sure that no one's going to be slipping through the net quite so easily. Goes back to check, and actually, I wonder if they're going to know. Footsteps falling back a little bit. Elige could still be put to the test. You could see right down below. It's going to be Holzerk instead. Picking off JL to begin with, but Bit missing his chance for a surprise attack against Elige. That's wonderful, shooting with the back instead. A 4-on-4. All right, so far so good for NAVI.
Here we go then. 4-4 technically favors the T side, but maybe Grim's got something to say about that. Imma beats him to the punch though. Nice headshot with the AK-47. They start to pick up the pace towards this A side of the map. Holzerk low HP as well. It's down to the AK-47 and JT. Currently at 12 kills. Listening up for rotations here. Rotations are coming through. Oh, you're right.
25 seconds. Holzerk's going to get the kill on Imma, but just the clock is going to be run down, so they just get the entry and just clear out the bomb site, but they can't really wait for the bomb.
If they somehow get Floppy with an insta-kill, maybe there's a chance. There's the first. They're going to pre-fire this position. Alexi B. Oh my God, the head on a swivel. The bomb should be planted with seconds to spare here. It's JT now in the 2 versus 1. He knows exactly where they are, but it doesn't seem to matter. A beautiful hat-trick from the in-game leader, Alexi B. Time was of the essence. Complexity had everything going in their favor, but a couple of quick kills and a scramble to plant the bomb. Alexi B leads the way as they tie things up at 1-1. Look at this.
The margin for error is so tiny. By the way, the flash that hits him is thrown down from the B bomb side, on the CT side. There's actually a friendly flash that's thrown to Grim, but it just comes a second late. Unfortunately, otherwise a great idea for Grim to take that peek. So I can't believe, like you said it, they had to get the instant kill on Floppy, and they did. Alexi himself picking up the mantle, just going for it. He's got 20 kills right now. But this round, third round of overtime, will start with Holzerk getting the kill on Imma.
They've had so many opening frags on the CT side. It seems like Navi start on the back foot each and every round.
Yeah, it's true.
But can Complexity convert this one? Looking for a 2-1 finish in their CT campaign. Pretty par for the course. Taking out Imma early on. Wonderful still with his AWP in towards middle. Double stack in this bathroom position. Alexi B with long control. Waits towards the flower bed itself. But where do they finish up here? Holzerk will be baiting in Elige, of course, as he patrols towards the divider.
The This time they're a little bit speedier, Navi. The clock running down so low. I mean, it's a scary way to play the game. 45 seconds. I like this double position, though. Elige in a position that's hard to clear out on the T side. You could see Bit feeling uncomfortable. Elige nearly with another double kill. Holzak missing a shot that he definitely should have hit there. And JL gets a lot of damage on the Grim on top of everything else. Still 28 seconds. Grim trying to set up himself, but he gets burned alive.
Oh, that's a disaster. I think the grenade hits as well, Anders. It's Na'Vi with the man disadvantage at the start of the round, converting yet another round. 2-1. And it looked like the job was done there. Complexity with the opening frag. Another 5-on-4 in their favor, Anders, but it's never quite enough. This has been a disastrous close to Overpass. If they give this map up now, they will be kicking themselves. They had everything going in their favor. Elige playing out of its mind.
Yes.
It's Floppy with a double kill here, but just didn't have enough to work with as it gets traded out. 2-1 Na'Vi. Let's need one round. The series point, or map point, I should say. Apologies.
No, but it's true. I mean, like, this is the kind of game that you're going to remember when you're lying in bed at night, right? Isn't the kind of game you walk away from and say, oh, you know, it happens. You're going to think, oh, there's so many rounds that we should have won, like, easily.
And the fact you had the 5-0 start as well, right?
No. Oh, there's a lot here to make this a painful experience for Complexity, but they can also still win the map. We'll see.
And
Second half coming up now of overtime.
It was the 5-0 start on the T side. Just really rub salt in the wound. But yeah, this is a game it felt like they had all tied up. Especially with those 5-on-3s at series map points. He says again, at map point they had, what, 3 opportunities to close this one out with a man advantage. Didn't happen. Good flash. Wonderful eats it. But still holds strong in his position.
Navi just need 2 more rounds here to finish the overtime, and Wonderful will set them off on a correct course, taking down Grim to begin with, trying to get flashed into that fight. And now it feels like they're getting maybe a little bit more almost funneled toward this bomb side here. Getting pushed into the B bomb side, our Complexity. They have 3 Molotovs, so they can burn out a lot of this bomb site, but they don't have enough smokes to really make it interesting. Oh, and what a counter grenade coming up from the CT side. That really slows them down.
It's going to be a difficult finish here for Complexity, Anders.
Yeah.
5 versus 4. They are locked out of the bomb site. It's down to Elige here, who needs to try and get this first frag. Can't deliver on that promise. The flashes are good, but the shots and the spray down is better. 10 seconds remain. Horzerg has it all to do. A flashbang to the face. No chance of winning the round now. Only option is to try and save the AWP. A small consolation prize, as he won't even be finding that. It's map point for Na'Vi. An absolute rug pull on the CT side here. It looked like they were in cruise control. Complexity, that is.
Yeah.
But now it's all fallen apart. They need to hold their nerve and post 2 rounds here to take us to double overtime.
And really a masterclass in defending the B bomb site. They had a double Molotov for the L bend when 2 of the CTs, 2 of the Ts, including the bomb, were out here, and then they flashed. This is the last one. So they had 3 incredible grenades to just crush Complexity's attempt to get into the B bomb site. It was really, really sick from Na'Vi. That's something you want to see, like that kind of defense. And a reason why you want the grenades at the end of the round. You don't want to use all of them right at the start.
So Blade looking for the haymaker knockout punch here.
Yes, he is.
Calls for the timeout. You get 1 extra in overtime, of course. And can it be done here? That's Complexity. They're in a world of trouble. 2 rounds needed just to keep their head above water on their map pick. A job that felt like it was done in regulation has spiraled out of control. Imma ready to get stuck in with his AK-47. Good flashbang over the top. Can hear footsteps heading towards that playground position. Does he have the audacity to go for the first pick? He certainly does. Objective now, try and survive. Retreat in towards the bathrooms, which he has done so successfully. Na'Vi with the man advantage here, looking to close things out on overpass.
How much does Grim trust himself? Does he want to keep going out on long? He might have had the timing. Yeah, there we go. You could see Imma. He's running up. No idea that anyone is there yet.
Great pre-fire from Grim.
Yeah.
Assertive. Oh, they're going to push Monster on the CT side, Anders. So, information garnered, but difficult to rotate into a prime position with 2 players so heavily committed in towards Monster. Objective now for the A defenders, trying to hold them off as long as possible. They have all the intel required. Grenades being exchanged. Is this where Navi close things out? It's wonderful. AWP on the bomb site, joined by Alexi B. He's got the incendiary as well, just to make sure it's a really complicated maneuver for them to make their way in towards A. Powerful smoke, flashbang to be deployed, but Wonderful can't hit the shots.
Well, Alexi, he's so flashed, he ends up going down. Wonderful trapped as well. Oh my god, they might have found a way through here. JL. They even had the rotation to try and get a third man onto the bomb site, but it just wasn't in time. The grenades coming out from Complexity in this one looked really solid. Especially that flash, that whatever it was that hit Alexi. He just couldn't really put himself into the fight. I do like the idea from Alexi as well. He threw the Molotov out on long, and that means that it's a lot easier for Wonderful. He's kind of setting up his AWP player to have an easier time hitting the shots down towards the restrooms, but it wasn't enough, unfortunately. But it's a good idea anyway. 14-15 could be going for double overtime, Henry.
Oh, it could be. That opening frag found by Imma towards middle. It was a thing of beauty. Couldn't quite escape the claws of Grim. He finds that beautiful shot towards long. Makes things uncomfortable there. The CTs were ready in position with 3 more players. This was that shot. Oh, nothing Imma could do. And then a great flashbang. Nice execution, and it's the in-game leader JT mowing them down with the AK-47. Blade cannot call the timeout now. This has already been expended. And this is where they close things out. Or is it going to be double overtime here? The AUG has been deployed by Bits. First time we're seeing it this tournament. Incendiaries down towards top of middle. Aggressive once again. Imma wants to get stuck in at the very start of the round. Very meta smoke towards the T steps. Flashbang towards the playground position, courtesy of Alexi B. Imma's going to swing off it. Good flash. Better follow-up. He gets the opening frag once again. If he can survive this time and maintain the 5-on-4-handers, it could be enough, but still, he has not found his way out of dodge.
And it's Elige that he gets the kill on as well. JT probably wanted to fight him, but he has the bomb as well, so he can't really just extend into it and fight Imma. If he dies, the bomb is lost.
Oh, that nade.
My god, what hit them? That's so much damage.
Some sort of nuclear bomb. Good lord, and the incendiary makes things even more uncomfortable. A sound cue given over. And 1 minute remains. 5 versus 4. Floppy and Hulzerk incredibly wounded. They have lots of utility. They've got that going for them. Time is of the essence, so 50 seconds and back towards A we go.
Because they lost the fight to Imma, they have no control over on this side of the map, so it's going to feel really awkward. You can see how Grim
you're right.
Everything, right?
Yeah,
you have no idea where they are.
You have literally no idea. He could be in playground, party, bathrooms. They'll stick together.
Look how far away the bomb is, Henry. There's 30 seconds left. I'm feeling another catastrophe coming here for Complexity. This is starting to look very, very difficult.
Nice work from Wonderful. Drops the incendiary to call for a rotation over. Bear in mind, they still have the 5-on-4 at their advantage. Wonderful hasn't really had one of his pop-off moments on this side of the map, and his woes will continue here. Imma waiting for a chance to strike. Just wants to deny the plant, but JL beating him to the punch. It might be enough here. NAVI with a reverse sweep after going down 0 and 5. They complete the comeback after Complexity fumble round after round at map points. An absolute disaster for the North Americans, and it's NAVI on their opponent's map pick, bringing it all together on land for the first time. A great performance all around. It's Anubis up next.